Finally, okay. Okay. So that orange orb click is slightly different in 2.2. So that section I also need to practice, but it's not actually that bad. It still feels pretty easy. It's just different. 2.2 has changed so many of the clicks in this level that I'm having to basically relearn muscle memory for some of the hardest parts in the level. The chain, I've just done it, what, 7 times? I think that was my 7th time doing it. 5 of those were with a double click. I started introducing a double click in, and that feels so much more consistent than trying to do it the old way. I've got 2 attempts of me doing it the old way. The first one was like attempt 50 or something. The second one was like attempt 300. So it's taking me a really long time to get used to doing it the old way. I think from now on I'm gonna start double clicking everything. I've sunk about 405 attempts into this, and in the last like 100 attempts, I've gotten it 4 times more than I have previously. Because I've actually been 5 times, I mean, because I've been doing it with the double clicks involved. Other parts of the level that are bugged. Firstly, this part here, I don't know if it's just my new ball, but these double clicks feel like I have to wait slightly later. That's just placebo though, I feel like. I'll say this, the wave feels easier. Like, that just feels so much more doable now. I don't know if that's just because I've gotten better, but like 2.2 makes wave feel better for everybody, according to what a lot of people are saying. So the ending of this wave feels a lot. I can actually do it now. Even though I'm still on 120 hertz and I'm playing on a lower FPS because I was playing on 240 before. Even though I'm playing in full detail now, and I'm playing on 120 FPS, it feels easier because it's almost like I can actually see my wave movements. It feels, I don't know, it's confusing. I don't understand why it's doing that. Now I can't do the spam. Yeah, I can just do that now. That part doesn't feel that hard anymore. It might just be me, but this shit feels easier now. Including this UFO. It just feels a lot more responsive in a weird way, and I don't really know why. This robot, on the other hand, has been super buffed. I'm joking. It's not been super buffed, but it is different. Because 2.2 bugged this section, Crone has added an invisible force trigger right there. And it means that I can do my old method of holding on this slope here, like just sort of holding in between this sort of like square here to get that jump into this blue orb. The only problem with that is it works, but the click right after it, this click here, is doable, but I gotta click super late. If I click early in the ramp, okay, now it's getting it, what? Like, normally I would, like, do that, but I just don't get enough height. But if I, like, click much later and wait till my robot's at the top of the ramp, I'm no longer slope bugging, as RobTop calls it, and I'm instead actually doing the slope how it was intended. even though that doesn't make intuitive sense why jumping later on a slope would fling you further. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but it just feels clunky, especially because when you jump earlier in a slope, it's not like you jump off the slope. You stick to the slope, and you just gain less height. I don't understand why he made it so you have to time your slope jumps now. That's why Windy Landscape is so hard. If I go to Windy Landscape, I didn't cover this in my video because I just didn't realize, I didn't check it. But this is probably the biggest example of 2.2 physics breaking a level. It's not broken, it's still possible, but you just gotta actually like time this click super late now. Before you would hold it, right? But I'm actually getting less height by holding it than if I would to just let go. And I get even more height if I click later. Yeah, like that. You just gotta click on the very tip of that slope now, and it's weird as hell. The rest of the level feels fine though, except for this part, which you do have to time it now. But it's a kind of a free timing. This shit feels free, dude. Wow, that felt easy. Even compared to 240 hertz before, 240 ticks per second feels so much better. I don't know what RobTop did to the ship, but it feels so good. It feels so responsive. Always hated this ball.